Final Fantasy is coming to Magic the Gathering, and it's all anyone can talk about. Never mind the fact that Aetherdrift has only been out for 1 week now. We're talking Final Fantasy Commander decks, Final Fantasy everything. It's coming to Magic the Gathering. Who cares about Aetherdrift? Well, I do, because I'm opening up this collector booster box today and guessing prices and offering commentary while I do. Do you care? No? Well, then why'd you click? You know what this video is. It's sit and chat and chill with the prof while we open up collector booster packs. Let's have some fun. Honestly, is it weird that Aetherdrift has barely been out and we're already moving on to the next set? Final Fantasy is a full set, by the way. I'm going to talk about that and the fact that even Aetherdrift was being hyped up before Innistrad Remastered hit shelves. I really wish with these Magic the Gathering sets we had time to savor the flavor. Whether you really love or hate Aetherdrift, I have some thoughts on that as well, or Innistrad Remastered or Final Fantasy, can we just chill a little bit and enjoy these cool cards? Well, let's stay tuned while I guess prices and see if we can get the value of this collector booster box, which is currently selling for, wow, that much. Think I'll get that much? It's the Aetherdrift collector booster box game. Buckle up. And if you do like Aetherdrift and want your own collector booster box, I'm giving one away, as well as all of these collector booster boxes from throughout Magic's history. 5 collector booster boxes, in total. Here's one of them. It's, oh cool, Modern Horizons 3. What you think of Modern Horizons 3? Or, well, they're on the floor now, but yes, we're giving them all away on Whatnot, sponsor of today's video. Just tune in this Wednesday, February 26th at 3 p.m. Pacific, and you might walk away with one of these 5 collector booster boxes, as well as other great prizes that I'll be giving away on my next Whatnot stream. Create a brand new account and you'll even get a $15 credit to spend on anything. I've got Magic the Gathering cards and products in my store, but you can spend it anywhere on Whatnot. $15 just for signing up to spend on Magic products. Plus also, you might walk away with a free collector booster box from me to you. That's pretty good. And that's not all. On this next Whatnot stream, I'll be offering this limited edition playmat celebrating Tolarian Community College hitting 1 million subscribers. Yeah, I know that happened several months ago at this point, but it took time for the artwork to be made. Artwork by Magic artist Aaron Miller. The playmat features the Tolarian Trophy Dragon in the Tolarian Trophy Room. Lots of cool Easter eggs in the background. And this playmat is limited to only 500 that'll be produced. Each will be numbered and signed by me. I'll be giving this 1 out of 500 away, and if you want, you can use that $15 credit towards buying one for yourself. These really are beautiful, and we only printed 500. They're all signed and numbered by me and available in my next Whatnot stream. I've also printed up some of the Tolarian Community College logo playmats with a stitched border that'll be available as well. So be sure to tune in and maybe, just maybe, walk away with one of those cool collector booster boxes from me to you, courtesy of Whatnot, sponsor of this video. Okay, here it is, Aetherdrift collector booster box. I just realized, in between filming the intro, I filmed the intro in order this time, that even though everyone right now is talking about Final Fantasy, like literally as I sat down to record this, they're posting the Final Fantasy commanders and just stuff. They're gonna reveal stuff at the big con. Final Fantasy is after Tarkir. Tarkir, the in-universe set, is the next set, but we're talking about Final Fantasy? Why aren't we talking about Tarkir? It's just crazy to me. Oh, there's a box topper. I did not even realize. Look at that, we got a box topper. All right, let's see what's, I didn't even know. Added value, I suppose. Let's see what's in it. All right, we've got, you know, I try not to swear when I'm not on Shuffle Up and Play, but it is very accurate that they call these the foils, because that's exactly what they look like in real life, in my opinion. They're so gross. All right, what's the value on this? Are they worth anything? They're like maybe $20, $20 here for the Mountain Dew foil. Call it the Mountain Dew foil. And then we also get another, oh, my eyes. My eyes. Oh, it looks so bad. I don't know if the camera is picking up on this. And by the way, this will not just be an Aetherdrift. I don't want to, pardon the expression, all over Aetherdrift in this video. I really don't, because my philosophy is always, I don't want to yuck someone's yum, but I'm going to be honest if I don't like something. And if you're tuning in and surprised at old man yelling at clouds, then you haven't been watching me long. I'm being honest here. These do not look great. They're first of all curled pretty bad right out of the pack. It's just kind of like the color just absorbs over all of it. It looks like a fake card. Are the yellow cards, the Mountain Dew cards for lands worth more than $2 each? I'm gonna say $3.50 is what a land in the special yellow border is worth. All right, now we're moving on to the actual packs. And again, this is not going to be the video where I just am critical of Aetherdrift. I actually have larger thoughts I want to express on the entire set and the fact that it is, I feel, doesn't really capture Magic the Gathering aesthetic, even though it's taking place over several Magic worlds. Isn't that interesting? Several Magic worlds, and yet it feels like a universes beyond. Is it just that there's cars? I think there's more to it than that. I want to talk about that in its own video. I want to try and be positive here. I always say that and then I'm negative, just like whenever I say, if you saw my Innistrad Remastered video, I said, I'm going to be negative here, and then I was positive. Anyway, we got Avoya, Automech Artisan, Super Art. I like the Super Arts, cool art. There, I'm being positive. I think that's a $10 card, right? Oh, Riptide Gearhulk, not foil. Oh, I thought that was a Gearhulk under it. These are definitely in the $25 range, right? Is this a $25 card, even though it's non-foil? And then Lifecraft Engine, I think this is maybe $8. I think the Super Arts, all of them here in this style, I don't know if it has a specific name, as well as the Mountain Dew cards, all do have a pretty good value for the most part. But again, I like to stay relatively ignorant of it and just guess what I think the value should be. I looked at prices during pre-order period. Today is Monday after release, so we shall see. Is it after release? Yeah, it's after release. So this is the Monday Commander decks. We had our Is It Worth It? It's so confusing because they do pre-release, but then sometimes they have early events now. And pre-release, we don't cover the Commander decks until release, which is when they're no longer on pre-sale. But we look at pre-sale prices when we're... I really wish things were a little more simplified. Anyway, Rampaging Aetherhood. How about a solid $5 there? Duretti. See... So this is, without being nasty about it, what part of my issue is. I feel that Duretti here just doesn't look like Duretti. He looks like he's in Greece. The hair, the outfit, his wheelchair. It doesn't look like we've seen. Show us, by the way, in comparison, because this is on Kaladesh. Editor, please show over here the Duretti on Kaladesh Super Art Planeswalker they did. Where it was Duretti on his first planeswalk to Kaladesh. And compare just the character design, the look of the plane around him, the look of the art around him, what he looks like. And then if you can now replace that image with original Duretti. And again, compare the two. And then maybe the, what was it, Scrap Mastery Duretti? Maybe not Scrap Mastery, you know the one, editor, with featuring Duretti. And it's just the character, obviously, even with different artists, is going to change. Different sets is going to change. But if I just saw that art by itself, I would be like, it's not Duretti. And it just doesn't feel even like Magic the Gathering on Aetherdrift, on Avishkar. All right, there's our Sports Cycle Scouter. Cool. Looks like F-Zero. You remember F-Zero? This I do not think has a lot of value. Maybe $3. Air Response Unit, less than $2. And then we have our full art, and this is where we'll, after this pack, stop doing prices normally. You know, my thing is I always think the full art should have $2 value. I don't think they do here. Shall we say under $2? All right, and then just for this pack, editor, less than $1, right? Even though it's foil uncommon. Less than $1, right? Even though it's foil uncommon. Less than $1, right? Even though it's foil uncommon. Boy, the set symbol of this set. Another thing too, the set symbol. It doesn't feel like Magic. Even if you want to do racing and vehicles, which I think vehicles are cool. And I think racing, fine, maybe it's not my personal jam, but it doesn't need to be prohibited in Magic. But do we really need the very earthly, very real world, black and white checkered set design? Don't like it. And then now we're in the commons. These are all less than 50 cents, right? Less than 50 cents, less than 50 cents. Tranquil Cove, less than 50 cents. How did they build the road on Amonkhet? And isn't Amonkhet like filled with deadly monsters? Like, why would they do that? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. It just feels like hats. It's more hats. Everyone's a detective now. Even Lazov, leader of the Demir Guild, he's now a detective, and now we're all wearing cowboy hats. It's Rakdos. And Marchesa, why would they be cowboys and dressing like cowboys and speaking in a cowboy accent? Doesn't matter, it's just hats. And this is a hat in the shape of a car. Now we're all racing. And here it is. Demonic Junker. $9? Muruganda Raceway. Start your engines. Right now, without looking it up. Start your engines. What's it do? It's a lot. I think this is maybe a $4.50. No, I don't know why I was shaking it. It wasn't foil. Crypt Collar Chariot. It's at least it's a chariot. So since it's a chariot, I'll say $6.75. Aetheric Amplifier. Let's see. What does it do? Add 1 mana of any color for 3. That's not bad. Choose 1. Activate only as a sorcery. Double the number of each kind of counter on target permanent. Double the number of each kind of counter you have. That's pretty good. I'd say that's a $10 card. That's actually, I like that design. And that is the one thing I'll say. I still like what the cards do. I don't like Start Your Engines and some of the other names for the keyword mechanics, but what they do I like, even though I was complaining mostly about I just wish they'd write it. I know the idea is supposed to be that on these, they make a cleaner version, but you know me, when my channel's motto is reading the card explains the card, I'd like the card to say what it does. So, there we go. Metacant Core Guidelight. Transformers in Disguise. That one's deep if you think about it. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd say this has got to be at least a $9 card. Air Response Unit. Now, the last one I guessed on wasn't in foil, I believe, so maybe we're up to a solid... Oh, it's an uncommon, though? Yeah. I say $2.50 if we're lucky. Didn't we just do this? Didn't we just have an air unit? Is the art so homogeneous that I'm cracking up? Excuse me. No. We just had one, and then we had another. Look at that. Great use of packs there. All right. Well, there we go. You can show this is what we got this time. Show the price. We got the foil and the non-foil. You can show the prices. I don't think it's much. And then there's the planes again. Planes, great. All right. And such. And we will not be looking at the uncommons or the commons anymore. There we go. Can you right now, so I always use this test. Like when Ravnica came out originally, people were enamored with the guilds. They thought the guilds were awesome. They memorized the symbols of the guilds. They memorized what was their defining characteristics. And people had them tattooed on their bodies. They said, this is my guild that represents me, or I love these 3 guilds because they're also kind of cool. So right now, can you name all the different clans, what are they called, that are racing? All the different teams? Can you name them all right now? And then what their color identities are, and then what their characteristics are? And I think that I can pretty much just think of like, I don't know. And maybe that's me. Maybe that's me. Maybe that's a $6 card. Oh, I hate this art. People liked it, though. They liked it. At least it's not yellow background on that. This is pretty good. The Speed Demon. It's a good card. This has got to be $18, right? Voyager Glide Car. This only costs 1. This is 0100000100. Great flavor text. All right. It's probably about a $4 card. Priest of the Crossing. Hey, it actually looks, so like, here we go. Kind of looks like a Magic card. Doesn't look like a Magic card. Doesn't look like a Magic card, you know? But unfortunately, I think this is only, even in the extended stretchy art, about $3.25. March of the World Ooze, a nice foil mythic. It's kind of overcosted there. Pretty good maybe in a commander deck. Not going to see competitive play. Shall we say $6.38. Skybox Fairy. Here we're getting into, is that a common or an uncommon? I think it's a common. It's foil though, but $3. Apocalypse Runner. Non-foil, uncommon. Another $3? I don't know. Maybe they're really worth a lot. It's bright, vivid art, but it does start to blend together too. That's also part of my issue. Actually, I said a disparaging comment about the Voyager Glide car. That at least looks kind of distinct. But the problem is let's go back to that one we got 2 of and compare. Is that this starts to look kind of samey, right? Take the name off of it and go like this, and it's like bright colors. It's a cool design, and I think that a singular card with that kind of design would be great, but when you've got a whole set of them, it does kind of blend together. And is the island over $2? I suspect not. All right, so I am now officially done complaining in this video about Aetherdrift. I want to build a commander deck around her so bad. This is the kind of silly I like. In Magic, I feel that the silliness has also been amped up. Everything's a joke, more or less, and I really don't like the extent of the silliness. I think a little goes a long way in Magic, but I do like things like Coralina, the Coral Tyrant. So, moving on, even if you love Aetherdrift, I'm done being bad about it now. Even if you love Aetherdrift, don't you think it's weird that Aetherdrift was being previewed and hyped up before Innistrad Remastered even hit shelves? And I was writing my videos on Innistrad Remastered, and all anyone was talking about was Aetherdrift. And I'm like, Innistrad Remastered isn't even out yet. And that, to me, I think is a kind of self-sabotage, because I don't know, how well do you think Innistrad Remastered did? And how memorable do you think it is when Aetherdrift is what you're talking about before Innistrad Remastered is out, and now Aetherdrift just came out, and you're talking about Final Fantasy before Tarkir is out? If you were talking about Tarkir today, I'd still think it was a little too soon in relation to Aetherdrift, not too soon in that Tarkir's coming out in a matter of weeks at this point, right? I don't know. It just seems kind of crazy to me. Whoa, all right, there's some money, though. That's the Pyrowood Gearhulk. I think this is this one above 20? I think this is a $30 card in foil and that alternate treatment. Show me $30. And there's the one that's definite money. I think it's not foil, but I think this is also, I think these are both $30 cards, right? Are they? Maybe did we just open $60 in one of these $24 packs? Cursed Cloth Wrappings, unfortunately, I don't think that is $30. I think this is $3. Wizened Mentor, here we go. $5.50. Not 50 cents, $5.50 is my guess. Count on luck, triple red. $1.38 for this red rare. Thundering Broodwagon, very expensive uncommon there. Maybe it's a solid just even $2.50. Ranger's Refueler. Whenever you activate an exhaustibility, draw a card. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature. Now, under $2, right? And then there's our forest. Also probably under $2. Magic used to have the saying, savor the flavor, and I don't think that we have any time to savor the flavor anymore, but it has another unfortunate effect, which is a lack of resonance of the impact of the cards and their story. There's a story going on in Aetherdrift, and I actually think the stories that were written for it were pretty good, even though I'm not a big fan of how it's portrayed in the cards. That was all actually true in Duskmourn, too. The Duskmourn story wasn't bad, and it had a lot of real high points, but the way it was portrayed in the cards didn't even make sense. A lot of people didn't understand. Some of the cards were taking place in the past, and they felt they were in contradiction, myself included, with some of the cards showing the present. And this is because there's no time to actually dig into the set, dive into the set, because we're always moving on to the next thing. And I know it's selling apparently, but it's really too bad. I wish we could return to 2 set blocks at the very least, or at least have them more often, where we could have spent, again, people said in Bloomborough that would have been a really cool 2 set block. Duskmourn, we talked about there's a before time and an after time. Imagine seeing the before time where the plane is first, taken over by the demon, and then the after time showing the wreckage of it. Pathbreaker Ibex. Yeah, baby. This is definitely $23.99. Right? It's the GOAT. Quagfest. Am I saying that right? Quagfest? Solid $10, right? I think the value, there's Winter. Oh, now that's really nice art. This is also, now this is, by the way, write it down, Prof being positive. Nice art. And what I like about legendary cards like this is that the creature is very distinct. And the next one's spicy. Next one's spicy. Let me show you a little bit of what I mean if I can pull out a prior legendary. I guess the only one I have so far as an example is Duretti. Doesn't work very well on Duretti with this example. I'll have to save it for another legendary. All right, I'll save this rant for another legendary. Anyway, I very much like it because I like when on legendary or important creature cards, you really see more detail in them and less of the background. And I think sometimes in Magic, it's too much background in a legendary creature card and their faces are teeny tiny. You can't really see what they look like. And I sometimes that's okay, but for the most part, I like bigger creatures, more seeing their face, their outfit, the details of their hair, if they have it, that sort of stuff. And I really like this art. I think the way that the character's posed and framed, his back to us, he's in action. He's not necessarily on our, side. Also cool. All right, and then we got Temet. Very cool. I think this is probably an $18 card. It's not in foil though, but it's $18, right? All right, so let's compare. Here's a legendary creature. Farfortune, the end boss. Let me ask you a question. Zoom in, editor, to nice, a good, frame it like this as best you can, all right? Not too close, but we're in tight right here. Make my little box go away. And what you see here, what does Farfortune look like? What do they look like? Like their face. Their expression, we got their mouth open. What exactly is in their head and hair, can you see? I feel like this could be, okay, you can come back to normal. I feel like this could be a lot more, and I know this is a special art version, but better served by this sort of a treatment. Might have even been cool if they made going forward legendaries just as the standard, having this sort of treatment. If I forgot to say a price on that, I can't remember, then show the price when I first show the card. Same thing here. This is not more than $2. No, it is. This is actually pretty cool. This is a $4 card. Look at me changing my mind. Rip Claw Wrangler. This one is not a $2 card. And then the Forest. And I guess that is not a fair comparison to the special art ones, but oh well. So, how do we know what the lesson of Aetherdrift is? How do we first know if it was popular or unpopular? I'd be very curious just to hear in the comments if you thought the set was really cool. And if you did think it was really cool, was it mechanically or setting-wise or art-wise? Or if you were disappointed as I was, I said that it wasn't the mechanics that disappointed me, it was the mechanics. As in the characters being mechanics like Duretti. Ba-doom boom. Oh, this is a big one. Holy hell. We just got alt language, alt art, foil, full art. What is that, like a gremlin or something? It's, oh, it's Snarf. It's loot. This is like I think this is like a $70 card. Am I correct that this is 70, 100? It's high up there. It's definitely high up there. But I'm going to say $70. Show me $70. Remember, all prices are taken marketplace sales. We're sponsored by Card Kingdom /TCC, but we like to take marketplace data from TCG Player just because it shows what cards are being bought and sold for, and Card Kingdom doesn't have that. You can still go browse prices at www.cardkingdom.com/TCC to, compare. But yeah, all right, that's pretty cool. Hey, I'll wow. There we go. Count on Luck. We already said this is not a card. Oh my God, look at that art. Oh dear, yeah. $3, right? Ugh. I hate it so much, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm back to being negative. I hate it so much. If it was one card, they did one card. I know that this is this famous style done by what's his name? I know it. But I can't handle it on so many. It's so not what I want to be playing with by so much. Ooh, Hashiton, Scarab's Fist. This is a $19 card in foil here, right? It's in the pre-cons, but not in foil, right? It's the alternate, or is it the foil alternate? I still think it is that $18 price. Very nice. Voyager Glide Car, $4.25. Apocalypse Runner, $1.80. Thundering Broodwagon, $1. Wasn't even foil, and I was shaking it like one. Wow. All right, there we go. So at this point, we still have, we're halfway through the box. Do I think we've earned, that loot put us over, right? Loot put us over. Do I think we have our price that we paid? I think we're close. I'd say right now, Prof's guess is that we're at $200. And so maybe, again, these collector booster boxes really solve the problem, because most people can't afford them. And the people that can, crack them, sell them. We have a cool marketplace, and Boommobile, Boommobile, price go boom. Boommobile, $3.80. There's Far Fortune and Boss. There we go. It's I couldn't even tell from the other one. I believe this is a she. And I couldn't even tell from the other one. So I don't like those far away ones. I just don't. I can't even see any details about the characters. And I don't think it's just the special art treatment. I think in general there's a lot of legendaries where it's just so zoomed out, you can't see any details about them. I think she looks cool. That's a badass design. Mad Maxie. I don't like Mad Max, but I think it's cool. Yeah, what a contradiction. I don't like it in my Magic game, but doesn't mean it doesn't look cool. I'm capable of contradiction. I'm capable of complexity. I'm capable of many things. I'm capable of saying this Sky Seer's Chariot is only a $6 card. Accursed Duneyard. Regenerate target Shade, Skeleton, Spectre, Spirit, Vampire. Show me $1.50. Rip Pyre Verge. All right, here we go. Foil. This is definitely, should be $10, right? Yeah. Hull Drifter. F-Zero Racer. Captain Falcon. Falcon Punch. I'm going to give this a $2.13 price tag because the art looks really cool. The art looks awesome. I love it. I just think it's too much of it. It's just, it starts to look samey. And then this one is less than $2. So there we go. Someone once said they wanted to see me add up all the prices at Prof's guess. No, we're not doing that yet versus the reality because my guesses are so wild and out of touch. Well, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about this cool playmat. So we are doing the Whatnot giveaway. I'm not doing an ad for Whatnot, don't worry. But yeah, this playmat we commissioned Aaron Miller, and you're not seeing the whole thing now. We've got the treasure dragon and everything. And I really think it's cool. Can you imagine that I got to contact a magic artist to make art for a Tolarian Community College playmat? It's so neat. And that is on our Whatnot stream, but yeah. And we're giving away those collector booster boxes. It's a Lifecraft engine. Ooh, I'd say that's a solid, not bad, $11 there, foil. Oh, there we go again. Show my last guess, or show the price, or it's the same card. Already guessed on that. Agansar Rex. Oh my god. It's $8. Retum Mystic. That's pretty cool. Each card in my hand has cycling 2. Wow, that's actually really neat. I'm gonna say this is a good solid $5, right? Full Throttle. Oh my god, it's loot again. Enough with the loot and everything. After this main phase, there's 2 additional main combat phases, all that stuff. This is a good card, actually. $7. Clamorous Ironclad. Yeah. $1.15. Rover Blades, 80 cents. Island, $2. And so forth and so on. Do you miss the old booster box games at this point? Because I've stopped doing them. It's kind of sad, but they just weren't, nobody was tuning in. And I don't always cancel things because of that, because nobody tunes in really to our pre-release and draft guides. We did it for Aetherdrift. We put a lot of work. They're very expensive relative to other videos to make, because I don't, I'm not a limited player. And so while I have a directorial and producerial hand in it, Jesse Robkin, who is a pro player, writes and crafts them, and we work together on that, but she's our head writer for those. And it's a lot of time and energy to just get the script together, and a lot of time and energy to get it produced. And then the videos do 10 out of 10, and I don't know, are people not going to pre-release? Do people not draft anymore? But I will keep doing them even though they don't get the views that other videos get. But the booster box game, the difference is, even though those were also no longer getting the views, these get great views, but the regular booster box game wasn't getting big views. Show me the price while I talk. And I think that's a valuable card. Oh, that's a pretty one. There we go. Prof saying it's pretty. Is it $10? I literally say show the price as we talk. All right, I'll hold to that now. The difference with it is that I wasn't happy with the original booster box games anymore because they never passed. All the value is here. And I think we're probably at this point, we got 3 packs left. I think we're there. I think we have hit the price of this box. And that's how booster box games used to be. It used to be that you actually had good odds of getting there. At least breaking even or coming close. And then it was like, I'm opening up a booster box and I'm getting $20, $30, even just $50. And the price of those booster boxes are going up. And I didn't like it anymore. It wasn't fun for me. Maybe that's why the views weren't there. What's the point in watching? I remember in Modern Masters 2017, 15, one of them, this big epic pull. It was right at the end. Everyone's hooting and hollering and cheering. Boom, that's a big money card, right? Big money card. And we didn't get that anymore. And so I didn't want to keep doing it because I didn't have fun doing it. And that was the main reason I stopped, because I will do videos that don't get the views. I mean, obviously, if I'm going to do an entire shuffle up and play around Dan or any number of other weird, we literally just did Arena Brawl, right? That's not going to get the views of Commander. We could do all Commander. In the last 2 months on Shuffle Up and Play, we've only done 1 Commander episode. If I was only going by views, they would all be Commander episodes. But I'm not going on views. I had so much fun on that Dan episode. And this episode, it honestly might be one of my favorites. And I don't like Arena or Brawl, but I was laughing so hard at us trying to make the digital only cards work. And Covert Go Blue and Legend VD and Amy were so funny and so clever. And I don't care that it's getting half the views of a Commander episode at all. I don't care one bit, because that's what it's about. And that's also why our funding comes from Kickstarter that we do every year. So it lets us do that stuff. And it lets me go, nah, we did one Commander episode in the last 2 months. Perilous Snare, I'm betting that is unfortunately just a $7.68 card. Hazaret, Godseeker, that is a $20 card, even in non-foil like that, $20. Debris Beetle, $2. Nah, that's $4. You can keep doing oh wait, no, there's another. Oh wait, it's Hazaret, Godseeker again. All right, the difference in price. What'd I say? I said $20? I think it's 20, 14 is my guess. 20 and 14. Weird collation. So yeah, and I think Wizards should pay attention to that as well, because every time, I don't want to, I'm not even gonna, every time I see some of the answers to criticism from Wizards of the Coast official, it sounds like they say, and it feels like they say, because it's selling. I don't like how many Universes Beyond sets there are. Well, it's selling. I don't like that it's so impacted that we're previewing Final Fantasy right when Aetherdrift hits and before Tarkir. Well, it's selling. Well, is that the only way we measure success? Is the only way we measure success by profit? I know it's a company, but guess what? So am I at this point. I literally have employees. We have a medical plan. I spend a lot of my time, dealing with it's. I love it because we're playing to the more we grow as a company, the more we give back to our employees is my goal. I don't need to, I don't need any. I'm good, and I measure success that way. I measure success that we got to do a Dan episode and that we got to do Paper, Alchemy, Brawl, Historic, whatever the crap they call it. And I measure success over my joy. The fact that even though I don't like Aetherdrift, $10, even though I don't like Aetherdrift, whatever it is, don't like that card, that I'm actually having fun hanging out with all of you here. And I hope that I wasn't a downer for you if you love this set, because I don't want to be a downer. I hope that it's lovable. Old Man Yells at Clouds. I have positive stuff. I have negative stuff. I have cranky. I'm an old crank. But it's all about what your success measure is. Is that all it is? And if you set it up so the only way you measure success with Magic the Gathering is profit, then the second that we have a new year that does not make more than the previous year, which will inevitably happen, it's going to be pandemonium. It's going to be cuts. It's going to be people getting fired. It's going to be this. How about you build for the long term? It's just you can't go up forever. Have other ways to measure that success. So I'd love to hear from all of you in the comments. What is a way that you measure the success of a game like Magic the Gathering that does not involve sales or profit, that you think is a realistic expectation of this company? And I want to see that, because that'll give me joy. And you know what'll give me joy if I'm right about my guess on this? Which I'm guessing that we not only got there, but we blew past it at $360 for this box. Again, these prices are taken the Monday after release, all right? It's the Monday after release. You're watching this hopefully on Wednesday, so this is 48 hours prior to when you watch this video. Some people say to me, oh, your prices, you're taking, we are not using pre-sale prices here. These are pulled from TCG Player Market, and so show me $360. Oh my God, no. We did not get there, but maybe your mileage will vary. It's just a game after all. It was meant to be fun, and I hope you had fun despite the fact that we didn't quite get our money back. Remember, if you do want to play your own Collector Booster Box game, I'm giving away 5 random Collector Booster Boxes this Wednesday, February 26th on Whatnot. Just tune in at 3 p.m. Pacific and maybe you'll walk away with a free sealed Collector Booster Box of a set. There are some pretty cool ones in here. And it's also where we'll be unveiling the 1 in a million playmat illustrated by famed Magic artist Aaron Miller. If you would like to pick up one of these, they are signed and numbered and will be available in my store as well as a lot of other cool items this February 26th at 3 p.m. Pacific. If you use my invite code, you get a $15 credit to spend on anything in my store and someone else's store. Just go to www.whatnot.com/invite/Tolarian College and you may walk away with one of those Collector Booster Boxes or just pick up a cool item with this $15 credit. It's $15. Not bad. Thank you, Whatnot, for sponsoring this video.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
We're talking about Brexit again on Shuffle Up and Play. We have brought our pet decks. Maybe not the most powerful Commander decks, but some of our favorites from over the years that we just can't put down and can't stop tuning up.
Hey, anyone want to concede quickly?
Thank God, I'm out of here.
Nice.
Get him!
I don't like bowing to politics, but
Bow to me.
Amy is right. Wow, okay.
I think the kids started thinking that the word bussin' is cringe.
If it wasn't before, it is
now.
I just want to see you hoisted on your own petard, man. Like, you pay 20 life, don't make the minion, and then just sit there? Do you have a Gru cosplay?
No.
Normally, it's over the head. I'm a parent of a small child.
Okay.
I hate minions.